So we are recording an official video over here which is subjected name like 5 introvert entrepreneur secrets. So I've kind of decided this as, I don't know whether when we are going to write a book, when we are going to have the cool things, but the thing that I'm kind of planning is like introvert entrepreneur secrets is going to be like the name of the book or something. Let me decide on it, but then it's fine. I kind of find it cool. Anyways, we are going to talk about 5 introvert entrepreneur secrets. So in this one video, we are going to talk about this one thing which kind of inspired me. Okay, I was re-scripting the whole course, the core business game plan, and one of the topics in the whole course is going to be this one: 5 introvert entrepreneur secrets. What are the secrets? And commonly we are going to talk about more on the lines of mindset part of it, where we know is this is more on the lines of principles that we need to be holding, we need to be knowing no matter what happens. When we miss out on these principles, calm tamam in a way. So point number 1, brother, thank you so much for joining in. We are going to talk about this one. So point number 1 is, the first is treating like a business. So entrepreneurship is entrepreneurship. What we are doing is a business. Cool. Again, entrepreneurship, business, one and same thing. You buy for one, sell for two. That's the common mindset of a business. But we are not buying anything, but we are creating something. So we create for one, sell for two. So that you understand in the perspective, right? When we don't treat this like a business, okay, you're going to work for one day, you're not going to work for the next day. But when you're in the corporate world, say for example, when you're a student, you have to maintain the attendance. What typically happens is, when you're a student, when you're in the corporate world, you're working for someone else, what typically happens is you have that sense of responsibility that you need to be doing things and you are on time no matter what happens. But when it comes to your own business, specifically when you're from the home, when you're operating from the home-based business, you've got 1,000 distractions. Comfort zone, air condition, TV running on, noises, bell, mobiles, 1,000 distractions. So it's not going to be easy building an online business. Point number 1. Point number 2 is going to be, you need to be treating this like a business. So it has gone 1,000, like think about it, when you open a store. I'll give you a small example where I went to this restaurant. It was a small business restaurant, where he was having challenge dealing with people. That owner was having challenge dealing with people. So he wanted to go to his family for a function, or I think there was for some festival, but he couldn't go because the employees that he had, like 1 or 2 employees that managers he had, they quit the job 2 days before the festival or the event that is got. Now, can he take leave from that restaurant for like a day or 2 and go? No, he cannot do that. You know why? Because he has got a responsibility. He has to handle the cashier, the orders, the delivery part of it. He is in the small business, so he has to handle everything, not the cooking part of it, not the delivery part of it, but then he is managing the whole part of it. He cannot take any breaks, no leaves, because when he goes, he has to close the shutter and. But when it comes to an online business, we see it in a different way. We shouldn't be seeing it in a different way, but then we can just like, okay, friends came, I'm going to continue the work tomorrow. Okay, I've got a movie to watch, I'm going to continue the work tomorrow. I've done like 10 minutes of work, I'm kind of tired today, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I don't feel like doing it, I kind of had a late sleep night or I've kind of overslept, I don't have the mood, I'm going to do it tomorrow. These excuses typically happens, and I know these examples because I give those excuses to myself as well. So when you give these examples, and we give these examples, what is typically happening is, if you are not treating this like a business, what we need to be doing is, okay, you need to be thinking someone else is giving you the work. When we are facing this challenge, what we need to be thinking, okay, you need to differentiate you with the entrepreneur version of you. Okay, what is that successful fuzzle wants me to do as an employee? Okay, great, I'm going to do this. Okay, make a list of things I have to be doing. Make a list, keep on doing it. Cool. Point number 1. Point number 2 is, this is point number 2. I've got 2 angles to it, 2 elements to it. You're learning something, plus you're implementing the learning part of it. So the challenge for you from this point onwards is going to be, whenever you're learning something, think on how can you start implementing it immediately. So these are not 2 different points. This is one single point. Learn and implement, not learn and then implement, or not learn or implement. It's learn and implement. So whenever you learn something, implement. If you don't have a time of implementation, if you don't have an intention of implementation, you stop doing this first. You know why? Because you've already got so many learnings that you need to be implementing first. So this is like the hard way of telling you. It's like, whenever you read any one single line, you're watching this one video, okay, 5 introvert entrepreneur secrets. Okay, what can you do about these 5 things? You make a list of it. Because anytime you're consuming something, that is meaning you're learning something. And okay, how can I adapt to it as fast as I can? So the moment you learn and to the moment you implement, the distance between these two things has to come like zero. The moment this comes zero and the loop becomes very fast, the way faster you go on the adventurous ride of introvert entrepreneurship. Now, point number 3 is going to be, think about it. This business is not about just making money. Now, if you want to just make money and you're doing it for the sake of money, you can even, like my mentor says, you can even sell air to people. People are already doing that. You can sell garbage to people. You just have to forget about the whole part of it. You just have to become great at selling, and you can sell anything to people. People will buy. People, like, say, they're like 60% of people who are impulse buyers. So if you're great at selling something, you can sell them anything they're going to buy. You are going to make money, but it's going to be short term. So that's is equals to is a scam. So we just don't have to make money. Again, this is two things together. You make money and impact. You sell people value. So when you're selling people value, or when you're selling people value, what is going to happen? Selling is you are getting something. Value is the people who are paying you money is value given to them. So these two have to be like this. More on the other different perspective, value has to be more than the money. It has to be like this. Value has to be, okay, this is not tarazu. It's like, for me, this is like 100%, 10 over here and 0 over here. So value has to be more for people. So when you're giving more value out to people, say for free, bonuses, gifts, blah blah, keep on giving these to people, what happens is they're going to trust you. Just like any other brand, you lower the price or add value to prices. These are two different things. You're making money, transacting. Buy for one, sell for two. The whole create for one, sell for two. That perspective, like you're making money and just adding value. Win-win situation. Moving on to fourth one is core sacred system and core superpower has to be aligned. These are again not two different things. This is the direction. This is the foundation. If you keep this like this, this is like this. Core sacred system, core superpower. This is going to hold the core tight. The values and the vehicle. This is you. This is what you want to do. These are two things together. Cool. We need to be having the foundation and the pillars on it. You cannot be having just pillars of the building. So if you don't have the foundation of the building is not going to sustain for a long time. Now, if you want to learn about superpowers, you can just type in superpower inside the channel. You will find a lot of videos on superpower. If you don't know what core sacred system is, you just search in core sacred system in the channel. You're able to find what core sacred system is. Now, another formula that we are going to wrap up this video with is fifth point is going to be Dr. BA, abbreviation DRBA. So anything that you as an entrepreneur is doing, we are into knowledge business, coaching business, digital products and all, right? Digital physical products, digital services, whatever that is. Not whatever that is, we are into this part of the world, right? So think about it. What can I document for the day? What I've learned so that I can document that. What I've seen, what I've consumed, what is this thought process? I just have to document it. D stands for documentation. Second, whenever you're documenting something, how can I remind that to myself? Now, when I was scripting it out, I found these 5 points very interesting. And one of the things that I am not following is treating this like a business. Again, the first thing is what I'm not following. It's like I'm working when I'm having the mood. I'm not working when I'm not having the mood. I'm sleeping. It's like when I feel like sleeping, I just go sleep. It's like I'm going to take a break. But then if I've been a corporate role, I wouldn't have been doing this. Just because it's my business, I do this. So this is when you are documenting, say, in a written format, audio format, or a video format, YouTube, podcast, or blogs. The first and foremost thing is you are reminding to yourself. You're being selfish first. You are working on yourself through others, right? So you're reminding yourself. When you're reminding yourself, third one is be benefiting people. When you're talking to yourself, you're not talking rude. You're not ranting on them. You are not talking aggressively on them. You're talking soft to yourself. So when you're talking soft to yourself, now you're also documenting it. You're recording something. That is nothing but this one video that I'm recording for you. This is nothing but I'm creating something for myself as well as so that I can benefit you out. Again, documenting is not just what I've learned. Document something that I've experienced. Document something that I'm struggling with. This is what I did on this situation. I could have done that. So I'm sharing you these two things as well. This is what I did. This is what better I could have done that. So when you're watching any video, okay, this is what you can also do if you are in that situation. Not when, but then if you are in that situation, benefiting people out. The fourth angle of DBRA is equals to DRBA is going to be automate the whole process. So I am going to share one small story with you where I recorded core business game plan, one of the courses way back in 2020. It's been 2 years. It's been literally 2 years. August, right? I recorded that way back into August, September. And today I did the whole re-scripting part of it after 2 years in 2 hours. That's all. I did not need more than 2 hours. And that happened because I have been following DRBA. I have been documenting the thought process, what I'm feeling priority and relevant for you. And I have been documenting it for last 5 months. 2 to 3 videos on a daily basis. For last 4 months, 2 videos on a daily basis. So I've got like 300 plus videos. While I was scripting it out, I did not have to script the whole thing out. I've scripted more than 55 to 60. 60 videos are going to be in core business game plan. So I don't have to script everything. I just have to know what is the point that I want to cover, and I just have to go link it to the YouTube video that I've already got. So this is what automation is. I don't have to create the whole thing back again. I don't have to reinvent the whole wheel. I've already been doing the work. I just have to link the new work with already done work. Just linking. So when you're thinking about long-term automation, this is what happens. So this is one of the beautiful and most powerful points that I've shared with you. DRBA. Search for YouTube strategies in the channel. You'll be able to find a lot of such content that I'm doing, where I'm sharing you the way I do things so that you can work this like a business and keep it long-term. How can you do anything today that is going to feed and breed in itself and make a machine for you, make a money-making machine for you, like on a very long term, that's going to generate cash flow over a period of time. Not overnight, over a period of time. So, thank you so much for making this video and the topic of your day. I'm going to see you in another exciting video.